Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. Oh, we've got a lot to do, lots to do. We are a huge city, and therefore we have lots and lots of infrastructure to work on. Primarily wells, janitors, and a few other services that, haven't been met. This tavern here, I can't put my cursor over it. This tavern here needs to keep its service up full time so that everybody's happy in the city with their alcoholism, because people are all alcoholics. We also want them to not be dirty, because if you look at every other person, they're all covered in crap. So, today I'm going to be working on that, and probably a wide variety of other things. So, I'll see you all in a minute. Hello, and welcome back. Oh man, it's been a while. I've been doing so much work. I am very proud of what I've got. We've got 2 giant new laboratories because people keep complaining, and I've got this really unique scheme in them. There's people living around them. We've got some houses in here. We've got a nice new eatery and a few other things. I added a bunch of wells throughout the city. I made them the large wells because I learned something about the small wells, which I'll go over in a minute. You can see that the size of the table is larger. I'm hoping that makes a difference. One of these is not open because we have 141,000 knowledge. The reason for that is we go all the way over. We haven't really done much over here. We just kind of been working it. Why do these look like they're degraded? We built this giant ass library. Look at this library. Nobody's working right now, really, but it can house hundreds and hundreds of guys. We also built this nice barbershop next door, canteen, and stage, as well as a bunch of other infrastructure for this area. A bath, and all the way down here, let's slow it. A new arena, a second arena, 2 grand arenas in my entire city. So we've got arenas for days. We've got everything these people could ever freaking want, and then look, you go and you check the services, and they're still not happy. They just need more wells. That's the problem. I don't really know. I think that the dev is going to work on that in the next one, because if you look, there's like a well on every single corner of the city right now, and they just aren't happy about that still. So, whatever. I don't care. I'm waiting for the next update. What did I come over here for? I think it was our knowledge or something or other. I'll remember it later. But we built these. We built these nice new laboratories to upgrade it, or we upgraded them. And we got people living over here, and we're gonna have more housing. This should suffice for knowledge. These 2 buildings and that giant laboratory. This should give us enough for everything we'll ever need. We can unlock this stuff. Although if you look, it's like 20k for this next upgrade. So I don't know. Maybe not. But we will see. I also decorated some of the walls and built up the army. We've got 625 as well as 15 or 20 guys training. Actually, I want them to kind of chill out here. I'm going to see if I can't train somebody here. And we also have 210 Kryptonians. They're both trained minimally. Well, they're trained decently with their training, but they don't have much armor or equipment. I did a test, see kind of what this guy was made of, and I won. But it wasn't a victory, really, in the sense of a victory, so I went back. And if you call it cheating, I don't care, because it's a single-player game and I'm having fun. The goal of this is to see what my enemy has, and if I could, I'd send a spy to actually see what they have in their army, because I can't see what that army is composed of. Even if I knew what they were, I would just have to fight them and find out. It's basically a bunch of scrubs, but there's some really well-trained guys intermingled in there. Kind of how I have my army here. So I have some really well-trained Dundarians, some decently trained or equipped humans, and there's a group of humans too. So We're gonna work on trying to get that to about 1,000 people. I think with 1,000 well-trained guys, and especially bowmen. Let's see if we can. Oh, we have no bowmen in this region. If we had about another 150 bowmen, because we have two groups, one of 60 and one of 105. And the 60-man groups are just small groups so that I can actually get a group of people immediately, because I don't have enough in the region. We're going to have to work on admin. I'm going to have to work on a lot of other city emperor stuff. I also made a mistake in my last video. I called this guy, or it was the one before, I called Jackster the king. He's not a king, he's an emperor. I should read. I should learn to read, because he's ruled by Emperor Jackster the 11th. So this guy is the... Oh. I think that it was Jackster the 9th before, because these aren't the same guys that were there. But maybe it was Jackster the 11th, but his buddies are gone. He doesn't have the same group of guys around anymore. But we have to plan our breakout, because we only have these three groups, or these three cities. I think with what we have, we'll be okay. Oh, I'm at negative 40 admin. Where did my admin go? Excuse me. Some of these buildings, though, can go away. For example, the coal. This one. I don't really see the use of them, to be honest. They probably have a really awesome use, and I just don't understand them, but I have not really noticed their value, except for that I'm getting imports of, like, ore. Small imports of ore. And you can make them larger, but overall, that's not my main concern. My main concern right now is to be selling huge swaths of armor and weapons, and you can see my treasure's still down. I think that's partly to do with the fact that I import so much iron and so much of other materials to try to keep my economy going. Like, I am still always struggling to get the drinks and the rations up there. Clothing has just been down. So we might have to think about making it in the future, or expanding the import depots to another area. We still have this whole half of the map to work with. But for the most part, we've filled out this area pretty good with these two big laboratories. And if I go in, oh yeah, I think this is what I was going to talk about, because people kept complaining. See, they give us 3 stars, and they say that's all I have to say about the laboratories. That it's just not that great, basically. 3 stars, bland experience. 3 stars, 3 stars. I had a few 4 stars. If they had higher stars, they'll give us better. I believe it's under this one, the government. Do you see this? I believe they get a boost here. But people also just get, like, you get more money, so it's just overall better to have them like you. So I'm working on that. I also had religion up. I have so many people working in the Sithlon mines. I had it at 0.05, and it still didn't give me the bonus. So religion's not there. But there has been progress, I promise you. I didn't mention the 85 different janitors that I built in all of the, like, specific spots for the wells, obviously, but the wells, placing wells was a big part of this episode, because that was the other aspect. The small size of the well, because of its service size. If you look here, there's a green and red. If I click this one here, is a very busy one. It's got about a 32% usage rate. You want it to be like green, or rather the load to be at 0, so that there's no complete load on it. Same like if I go over to this one here. That means people tend to use this one. This one's probably got a similar rate. So that means we need another one in this area somewhere. And they tend to be kind of in these tight areas. So I guess that's my fault for building so tightly on top of myself. But I've built them over here, and they don't seem to have a problem. They're pretty happy they got 8% load. And if I can get them all to about 8 or 10% load, I should see the services for the wells go back up to like 60%. That's my theory. I'm not quite sure, and it really doesn't make a difference. You could see that people are happy, and I could authorize like thousands of them to come into my, or hundred, just like so many guys could just come into the city immediately. We just don't want too many coming at once because they get pretty mad at that. But for this episode, we'll call it the well episode because that's pretty much all I got to do. Just place well, and upgrade them. And I mean, it took a while to build these. They both took about 6 or probably up to 9,000 cut stone each, or like for total. And then this one here took about 3,000, a couple thousand here, and then 3,000 obviously here. So we spent a good chunk of cut stone in this episode. And I also forgot to mention, well, we lost some experience in our masonry. I put the fancy stone across the entire area inside the mountain. So the only areas now that have the regular stone are these outskirts, which I'll work on in the next part, and this part too. I had to move their wells, I had to do a couple other things, but we're going to upgrade this to the fancy stone, make it like a little villa, and hopefully these people out here will be happy with what they got. But anyways, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to all the people who stick it out this long in the videos. You guys are awesome, and all the people who've been just checking this series out. You guys are fantastic. I'm always like shocked to see like the numbers going up and up and up. I always expect to put it out and get like 12 views, but nope, people seem really interested, so I'm glad to see it. I hope to keep inspiring you, or whatever it is that I'm making people like about this series. I think it's honestly just the scale of what I've been doing. Like, good God, man, that's a chunky city right there. That's a real big old chunk of a city, and it's really not that populated. It's pretty lightly populated. And look at this. Oh yeah, the piece de la resistance. You know you want to subscribe to the gems. Every person who subscribes from this point on will get a gem sent to them in their inbox. It won't be a real gem, of course. It's just going to be a gem in this game. And this guy, Gwen Gold Splitter, will deliver it straight to your house. And Adelina. These 2 delivery people, or 3 actually, Cash will do it as well. They'll bring it straight to your freaking doorstep. Barry Friedson. Or Gad Boughton. But you guys are, technically you don't want to be these people. You want to be like these guys. This is where the viewers want to be. They don't want to live in this stinky little area. They want to live in a nice town where the citizens live. Anyways, thank you again. You guys are awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.